Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, about to get underway here for your Superstar Saturday Showdown. Slightly delayed. Got our Ocala Bomber crew out here. I need Richenberg and Smothers to check in. Kyle, please check in for me. Thank you, sir. I got nothing from you, sir. Ah, Mr. Smothers. All right, while you guys are messing around, we're going to turn these drivers loose. You got 80 seconds to turn and burn. Once again, I need one more marshal out here to help out. And the infield of the north end, one of our athletic guys. Definitely going to be traipsing through some soft stuff if you're down in the infield. All right, I got something from Kyle that time. Mr. Anthony, if you're... Oh, he's still messing with it. You're just tuning in online. I've been here since 10 a.m. I think it has, and it rained at 10 a.m. It was a heavy flock of birds is what it was happening. It was just spitting a little bit. We did the track, and then it poured at, I don't know, 2:32, all the way to 5. Yeah, he's good. I got... Hold on, I got a check-in from Hagee, so let's try that again. Mr. Richenberg, cross line. Okay. Last call for Mr. Smothers. Here he comes. All right, looks like we're going to do the double on the outside at turn 1 and 2. We'll see how it goes. Deacon is actually not too bad down low. It's starting to firm up down there pretty good. Just a warning, guys. If you go in the drink, you're on your own. All right, looks like Mr. Smothers might be having an issue here. But it's go time, boys and girls. Let's get them in order. It's going to be Kyle, Anthony, Coleman, Charles, and Wags. If you're watching online, jump in the chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Why you were so scared and not out here today. All right, once again, Richenberg, Smothers, Coleman, West, and Wags. Transponders looking decent here, drivers. 4 minutes on that clock. It's time to shake and bake. Here we go. And we're off and underway. Remember, you're on the clock when you cross that line for that first time. Definitely some challenging conditions tonight. Tonight is going to be driver's track for sure. Had this thing looking great about 2 o'clock, and then the monsoon came. Caution in 3, caution in 3. Go high through 3, high through 3. And we're clear. All right, 50 seconds into this. Richenberg showing the way out there in that white Camaro. Coleman in second. Smothers in third. He's got the fast lap, though, of a 6.78. Wags behind him by 2.7 and 4. Charles back less than 2/10 in fifth. Rocking a 33-lap pace for your leader. Kyle Richenberg coming off turn 2, a little slideways. It's going to be probably one of those very few times you'll ever get the car sideways and actually go faster here. I may even have a little bit of a cushion for a race or two. Oh, they get sideways in 3 and 4. It's Kyle on a 33-lap pace. Fast lap for him is 6.82. Coleman 30 lap pace along with Anthony. Coleman's got a 7.6. Smothers with a fast lap of a 6.7. He's back half a second here in third. Wags and Charles battling out 1.5 between them for that 4th spot. Both on a 28 lap pace at the moment. We know Dirt Herder's going to get that thing dialed in for the main. He's got a fast lap of a 7.6. Charles West with a 7.8. All right, 2:10 down, 1:45 to go. Up next will be our novice class. Got Mr. Liam, first time out here, along with Chris, his first time out here, and Ava. She's got a big car now, stepping up to a low-C sprint. She did all right with that last week. So, all right, now she's the favorite, I believe, tonight. We'll see how it goes. Definitely going to be a driver's track for at least the first round. All right, novice drivers, you need a transponder. Come see me. We'll get Mr. Oh, caution two. Wags down on the pipe. Once again, it was very, whoa, watch out. Mr. Deacon trying his sliding skills. You all right? That bottom foot just holding water. Tried to do the best we can tonight. All the rain we've had, it had to be 2 inches at least, if not 3. I mean, it poured. All right, it's Richenberg, Smothers, Coleman back 3.3. Wags behind him by a couple laps at the moment. Charles behind him a little bit here. About a lap. That is time, drivers. Keep going. Charles and Coleman are done. Kyle's done. Looking for Anthony to finish out. Everybody else is done. Here he comes off turn 4 and shut it down. Richenberg going to set that early TQ at 33 laps, 4:04. Smothers with 32. Coleman 31. Wags 29. And Charles 27. All right, novice drivers. Get them down and checked in. We got Joshua Hall tuning in here. I believe that's our tech guy for next week's race. Low-C sprints. I don't know offhand if it's 3 or 4. We're going to have to do it again either way. All right. Once again, Miss Ava, turn around and check in for me. Thank you, dear. All right. Mr. Liam is out there. Cross that start-finish line one more time, sir. And Mr. Chris is getting her set there. All right, Mr. Liam's good. Got some marshals out there. Get Chris down and checked in real quick. Come on, Chris, come back here to start finish line on front straight. Either way, let's get it there. Now, I'm not sure what tires Chris has on there. He had like the swipers at one point. So I have a feeling he might be struggling this round. We'll see. All right, he's good to go. All right, drivers rolled off. You got just over a minute to shake it down, figure out what you got, what adjustments you need to make. Again, not our typical Saturday night. I might have made it a little, could have made it a little better if I did something slightly differently, but that's how it goes. Live and learn. All right, let's see what we got here. Right now it's 3 low-C sprints. I know we were supposed to have more. Some guys got scared. That's how it goes. All right, drivers, let's slow it down and let's get them in order. All right, Mr. Liam is going to be our pole sitter for this round. He is in the Traxxas Modified. Mr. Chris is going to line up behind him about 3 to 5 feet apart, and Miss Ava going to tail the field here. Wags, you okay down there? You want one more? All right, who are we missing out there? Where's my marshals? I had 5 guys. Mr. Terry's already out there volunteering. There's Mr. Anthony. Mr. Anthony's like, man, I got my fancy shoes on. No, Terry's out here on volunteer duty. He gets choice. Yeah, go around and step on down. All right, Mr. Liam rolled off about quarter throttle. Yeah, doing great. Once again, when you hear that tone go off or see that green light come on, it's go time. Here we go. Remember, you're on the clock when you cross that line. Now we're all off and running here. Yeah, we're going to smack sticks to give you some better tires. At least for the rears. Not sure those are the right ones for current conditions, but he's out there getting a taste of the RC life. All right, after 45 seconds, Liam showing the way on a 26-lap pace. Oh, he turns it in too early into turn 3, hits the pipe. Miss Ava in second at the moment by 1.7, but this is going to change things here. Now Ava taking over the lead by 1.5. Mr. Chris back a lap and change here. Once again, he is like he's on a little bit of the struggle bus. We're going to see if we can't get a hold of sticks and find some other tires for the rear end of that thing. Some new fast laps there. Chris with a 9.7. Ava just dropped an 8.9. And Liam has a fast lap of an 8.8. Ooh, Liam going deep, looking for a cushion up there. Not normally a thing here in New Red Hobbies. I've seen it, I think, one other time and actually have somebody drive it. A freak accident, by the way. Great battle between Ava and Liam here. Liam dropping another new fast lap at 8.79. Ava falling back to second now by just over 6/10. And Chris rocking a 20-lap pace. Liam and Ava on a 24. 120 to go. Up next, Traxxas Modified. Going to be Mike, Coleman, Deacon, and I believe Mr. Charles. I don't know, he's running like 4 classes, so may have to break out the old Dustin Banks rule. He raced like everything. We made his dad marshal for him half the time, but 45 seconds to go. Liam, your leader, coming off turn 4. That Traxxas modified. Number 15 on the side of that. Ava Thrimer in the Losi Sprint. She got blue, some new body panels. Blue on blue. And Mr. Chris in the New Red Hobbies Rent-A-Ride. Doing all right. Kyle will do it after race 3. It'll be halfway. Liam throwing a little, well, there was no chrome horn on that thing, but he's throwing a little elbow out there on Chris. That is time, drivers. Keep going, keep going. Actually, no, everybody's done that time by, so shut it down, bring it in, turn the car off, radio off, set it on the table, and return any transponders to me. Head back out the track to Marshall. Mr. Liam Tyree taking that one in the first round, 24 laps, 403, and the fast lap of an 877. Ava Thrimer with 23 laps and 401 with an 894 fast lap. And Mr. Chris Eads, hopefully I'm saying that right, 19 laps and 4 flat with a fast lap of a 9.7. We're going to try to get him some better rear tires for that thing for round 2. All right, well, let's get our Traxxas Modifieds down and checked in. All right, gentlemen, slow it down, slow it down. My drivers from that last race are starting to head out there. Miss Ava. Mr. Liam and Mr. Chris is bringing his transponder back to me, and he'll be out there, and we'll have Ava's already out there. Mr. Thank you, sir. Mr. Terry's already out there helping out. Thank you, sir. Super Marshall. He's working his way into it. He's pretty close, or he's one step closer. He's got a speed control and a radio. What, you got the radio yet? Not yet. That's like the last thing, right? Motor? Battery? All right. So he's close. All right, where's Mr. Liam at? All right, we're going to get Mr. Liam out there, coming out first time marshalling. All right. Yeah, hold on. Don't watch out. Ooh, he saved it. That's why I said going around the corner and getting up there. All right. Sorry, Dad. All right, drivers, rolled off. I'm going to give you a couple more seconds here. You're going to have a solid minute to turn and burn. All right. Be easy on Liam down there. First time marshalling. Don't put it in the drink, guys. That's definitely on YouTube on the good camera. All right, who else we got out there watching online? If you haven't jumped in the chat, do so now. Got near a dozen or so out there watching. All my drivers are checked in. That's all you got to do. Perfect, right there. Butter. Like butter. All right, last call for any adjustments, gentlemen. Last call for any adjustments. Like Mr. Coleman, he's got his new Traxxas modified out. He's coming out for some chicken dinner next week, I have a feeling. Uh-oh. Schilling over here taking credit for this one. We'll see. All right, gentlemen, let's get it in order. It's going to be Rains, Coleman, Quanstrom, and West. Once again, Rains, Coleman, Quanstrom, and West. Transponders looking great. Drivers, appreciate you getting them in that sweet spot. Here we go. Oh, watch out. Somebody's spinning out. That's the 51. That's got to be Coleman. Caution in 1 and 2, and we're clear. All right, so once again, Traxxas Modifieds out here getting some laps in. Once again, if you're running the event next week, and honestly, these have been the rules the whole time, and I think some people forgot that. You're running the stock springs. You're running the stock pre-mount tires, whether it's the new satin ones out there, the chrome, or the gray. Traxxas likes to cycle their product and part numbers, so... But you definitely cannot run the new late model tires out and wheels and tires out there. If you catch you doing that, you're blatantly cheating. May even ask you just to leave. We'll see. Running the 5250C Mud Boss battery rules, must have a connector on it. See the Facebook event for all the specific details out there. I can't remember them all off the top of my head. A lot of classes out there, keep in mind. All right, just about halfway. Deacon Quanstrom showing the way on a 31-lap pace. Coming off turn 4. He's got the green stripes on the outline on that thing. "32-lap pace for Deacon. Fast lap of a 7.31. He's just smooth right now. Charles West in second. He's running the chrome wheels out there. He's got the really small car numbers. Just dropped a new fast lap of a 7.7. Coleman in third. Mike Rains back 1.6. Great battle between them, both on a 28-lap pace. Up next, the Losi Sprint. We are going to blow the track off after this race. So Mr. Kyle's got his big bad mamma jamma blower out there. Hey, it's actually clearing off. Maybe some of the humidity will leave. Track will dry out a little bit more. Doubt it, but you know, we all got the same track. Sometimes you just gotta learn to use that throttle finger. Yes, I said that. Sorry, guys. Fast lap from Deacon was on the first lap. So whatever he did there. Charles did his fast lap on lap 18 about 7 laps ago. Coleman on lap 1. Rains on lap 1. "15 seconds left. The cops come here. I was with you guys all day. Remember that. That is time. Keep going, keep going. Quanstrom's done. West is done. Looking for the other two and looking for Coleman. Shut it down. Quanstrom going to set that early TQ. 31 laps, 4 flat. With a fast lap of a 7.3. Charles, Mike, and David Coleman all with 29 laps. A 4.01, a 4.05, and a 4.08. All those guys had a 7.5 or a 7.6 fast lap, so pretty consistent there. It's coming down to making the least amount of mistakes. All right, once again, we are going to pause for the cause here. We're going to blow the track off. All right, boys and girls, let's get them down and checked in. Losi sprints on the track. All my drivers are checked in. Marshals should be Deacon, Charles, Rains, Coleman. Deacon's out there. Richenberg's volunteering for somebody. Coleman's out there. Drivers, roll them off. Got 230 to turn and burn. We'll get one more at the far end here in just a moment. You had one job. Well, you had two. One of them was be ready, but I hear you. Mr. Scott running back to change batteries in the transmitter. Once again, I need one more marshal down the far end to help out Mr. Kyle. Oh, looks like Liam's going to volunteer. Remember, make sure to go in the right way this time. Thank you, sir. So this is our second class for our special event next week, 75 lap A-Main. So qualifying, usually mid 30 laps, so you're essentially doing 2 races, 2 rounds in 1 race. Some of these guys may have to be a little more easy on the throttle for some of that race. We'll see. All right, let's see who's on what tire out here for these odd conditions here at Neighborhood Hobbies. I think Mr. Scott's on softs. Charles, what do you want? Softs. And Brian? He's on standards? All right. Track's cleaning off, drying out, but fortunately, it's hard to get that rubber down from those when we drag our tires out there. All right, yeah, see if you can't put those on there. Mr. Chris, with our rent-a-ride, we've got some tires here we want you to try. I don't know where he's pitting right now. Mr. Six has it for you. All right, we ready to load some sprint, guys? All right, the order is Scott, Brian, Charles. Transponders looking good, gentlemen. 4 minutes on the clock. Let's see what they got. Here we go. Woo, Scott backing it in. Brian drifting it through a little bit. Oh, oh no, that was Charles. He tries to put it in the drink. Got Steve Vasquez checking in. We got Brian Harden, Matt V. All right, some new fast laps. Quintel with a 6.89. Hopkins had a 7.73. Charles with a 7.6. Your leader in the red and blue stripe, number 41. Hopkins dropping a 7.4 now. Hopkins running the red and black. Let's see. Where is he coming off turn 4 now? And looks like Charles also running a similar scheme. But he has a giant white dot on the side of his wing. That's his card number 1, I think. We got Mayhem here off turn 4. Rocking a 32-lap run right now. 4 minutes for Scott Quintel in that red and blue. So we're looking about 8.5 minutes for a 75-lap run. Pro tip, if you just top off your battery you ran for this race, whatever milliamps you put back in is what you used. And all that math you learned in 4th grade, 3rd grade, somewhere in there. Oh man, Hopkins slideways through 3 and 4. It looked good. I don't know if it was fast. I wonder if anybody put their wing back a little bit, get a little more rear bias on it. They look pretty level, so I wasn't sure. Your leader coming off turn 4 on a 33.406 run here. Fast lap of a 6.84. Charles just dropped a 7.39. Brian just dropped a 7.26. Up next, short course late model. That is David Coleman, David Ponder, Charles West, Anthony Schilling, Kyle Richenberg. We're going to need a couple of marshals for this one. We got two guys that will be able to marshal. Mr. Charles is racing everything tonight. Appreciate his dedication to the RC hobby. Just a reminder, guys, the wall is undefeated here at New Red Hobbies. I mean, we did have to fix the wall again for this track change, but that was a separate issue. That was like a couple of tons of dirt and a skid steer pushing on it. Definitely not going to be beating it with the RC car. 10 seconds, drivers. Quintel knocking on a 34-lap run here. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. It's going to be a last lap hero stuff. Find out. That was time. Quintel is done. Hopkins is done. Looking for West. There he goes. And shut it down. Quintel, 33.401. Hopkins, 28.401. And Charles, 27.409. All right, short course, late model. Let's get him down and checked in. All right, did Mr. Chris find sticks? He had another set of tires we were going to try on that rent-a-ride. All right, looking for a check-in from Richenberg. Everybody else good to go. Quintel's out there. Hopkins will need to be out there. And we will need 2 volunteer marshals to help us out with this one. All right, looks like we got some marshals. Thank you, gentlemen. Roll it off, gentlemen. You got a minute to turn and burn. You know what's happening here. They're trying to race each other already. I have a feeling this one's going to be wild and crazy. I don't know, Ponder's car is looking pretty good, guys. He might be the man to beat right now. All right, we're good on marshals. Looks like my drivers are ready to rock and roll. Let's get them in order. It's going to be Coleman, Ponder, West, Schilling, and Richenberg. Once again, Coleman, Ponder, West, Schilling, Richenberg. Transponders looking great, drivers. Marshals look alive. Here we go. Woo, Coleman sideways. Everybody sideways. I'd be running the egg shape on this right now. Probably my best guess. That way you're always keeping the car in yaw to a certain extent. And always keeping weight on the rear end of it. Big, long egg shape. That's me. I'm just some old slow guy. All right, 35 seconds into this, it's Ponder on a 34-lap run. Coleman, Richenberg on a 33 apiece. Charles on a 32. Schilling on a 31 at the moment. Caution in 4. And we're clear. Fast lap 6.85 from Ponder. 6.9 Coleman, Richenberg 7.0. West 7.1, Schilling 7.2, Coleman down to a 6.84 now. That's the fast lap of the race. That fluorescent green, number 51. With the fast lap back, 3/10 in third behind Richenberg, who's 2.1 seconds behind your leader, Richenberg. Oh, let's see where he's at. He's in the orange? Is that the Ponder Rent-A-Ride body? He's running Ponder's orange 26. Schilling in the orange and blue. Oh, we got Mayhem in turn 2. And clean it up, gentlemen. I believe that's Charles in the blue and black. Poor guy's getting beat up a little bit out there. Go, go, go. All right, all right, all right. Your top two separated by 2.8. Another 4/10 to Coleman in third. Schilling back a lap and change along with West. Can't see, the sun's in my eyes. It's finally out today. Caution in 2, caution in 2. 1:15 to go. Last race of first round. Coming up next, Mud Boss 12 turn. It's our Traxxas Slash with the Mud Boss bodies on it. We're going to do a special event for them. That's probably going to be one of the next ones. .40 seconds to go. Coleman with a 6.70. Ponder 6.85. Richenberg 6.95. Schilling a 7.1. Charles with a 7.1. So 3/10 apart. It's just getting those consistent laps in right now. Definitely driver's track tonight. And a good save from Coleman there. He was darn close to ending up in the infield. Charles doing a little plowing for us. Caution and go high to 3, high to 3, high into 3. And we are clear. That is time. Race it out, race it out. Ponder is done. Schilling's done. Looking for Coleman to finish out. Shut it down. Top 3, 33-lap run for Ponder, Richenberg, and Coleman. A 4:01, a 4:03, and a 4:07 there. 5.4 seconds across the top 3. Schilling with 28 laps, Charles with 27. All right, cars on the table, head back out the track to Marshall, and 12 turn. Mud Boss, let's get him down and checked in. I think after this race, we're going to take about a 15-minute break. So make sure you're charging your car for next round, or charging your battery. But it's 8:15 now, so I'd like to catch back up, get back on schedule a little bit here. Because you never know when the weather guy might actually be right. Well, I don't know, depending on which one you read, they were right or wrong or... Yeah. All right, Mr. Darrell. Uh-oh, something came out of that. That just... Did you have weight on that thing? It's a secret gyro? That's fan... Oh, the fan came out. Uh-oh. Oh, I don't know if we can get that back together. We'll see. Well, as long as you're okay with running without it, that's fine. I don't know how it connects in there. Is it tape or screws? Oh, looks like he's going to be finding some longer screws next round. I came right out of your car. Oh, well. Oh, he hit it then. I thought it looked like it came out of his car and he hit that and then rolled over. If you're missing a fan, we have a fan up here. All right. Roll off drivers. We will get some more marshals out here in just a moment. I need one down the infield and one in the north end. We'll be good. All right, looks like my drivers are ready to rock and roll. Order is Deacon, Darrell, and Mike. Roll it off. And looks like Ponder found his fan. All right, transponder's looking great here, gentlemen. Couple of the Purple Car Mafia out here, number 8s. Oh, looks like they did change numbers. That's right. We're off and running now. Final race of the first round. It's going to 15-minute break after this, and then we'll go straight in round 2. Race order will be the same. You'll just start where you finish the first race. Oh, looks like Darrell going deep into 3. All right, Deacon dropping a 7.26 to Reigns at 7.29. Darrell just dropped a 7.48 that time by. Deacon, your purple car with a green stripe along the bottom. Darrell's got the other purple car, number 8 on it, and Reigns running his patented green and black, number 10. Oh, they're touching, they're getting touchy-feely out there. They're all buddies in this class, so. All right. 150 down, 210 to go. Reigns dropping a 7.18. Deacon with a 7.04 now, stepping it up a notch there. 600ths apart at the line. Reigns coming back with another new 7.137. That's a new fast lap for him. Now it's .02 apart, 200ths. Reigns over Deacon. Darrell back about 3 laps here. This next round, we will blow the track off after the second race. And then the 5th race. Try to give everybody the best opportunity. Once again, race 3 and race 6 will get the best track out there. You heard of their uno momento? For my Latin-speaking friends, Deacon showing the way by 2.3 on a 32.401. Reigns with 32 lap pace as well with a 4.05. Darrell rocking a 24 at the moment. And Quanstrom throwing the hammer down a 6.98. That is time, drivers. Keep going. Mike Reigns is done. Missed it by just over 1 second. Deacon's done. And shut it down. Darrell's done. Deacon going to set that first round TQ 33.406. Reigns with 31. And Darrell with 25. All right, it is 8:20. 15-minute break. Round 2 starts at 8:35. Track is open for practice. All right, boys and girls. Unfortunately, I have to kick you off so I can blow the track off. Once again, this round we will blow it off for race 3 and race 6. All right, boys and girls, round 2 starts now. Looking for Ocala, Bomber, Richenberg, Smothers, Coleman, Wags, and West. Marshals will be 12-turn, Deacon, Mike, Darrell, and a couple volunteers. All right, boys and girls, answering a couple questions in our online chat. Marshals need you out here. 12-turn Mud Boss, plus a couple volunteers. Deacon, Mike, Darrell. I don't know if Terry's still here or not. They go beat up on Reigns' trailer and make sure Deacon's coming out here. I'm busting his chops. Gonna need a couple volunteers to help us out with this one. Mr. Darrell may or may not be out here. We'll see. All right, everybody but Coleman's checked in and he's on his way out. Looks like Mr. Liam and the old man are going to help us out. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, drivers, turn them loose. I'm going to give you 45 seconds to turn and burn. Coleman painting those dark colors again. All right, somebody go beat on D. There he is. I'm not sure what's going on with Darrell or not. I know he's out here for the first round. We could get Reigns out there, but he's just going to drive over your car with a scooter. All right, gentlemen, let's get them in order. It's going to be almost the same order as the first round. It's going to be Richenberg, Smothers, Coleman, Wags bumping up a spot, and West falling to the tail. Well, let's roll it off, gentlemen. Kyle, Anthony, David, Jason, and Charles. Transponder still looking good, gentlemen. Appreciate. Here we go. Ooh, Richenberg sideways. Again, this is going to be one of those times that loose is actually fast. Long as you keep it behind you. And Charles can't even see his own body. Heck, I can barely see it. That nighttime racing problem. Oh, caution in three, caution in three. Coleman with a 7.45, Wag 7.5, Richenberg 6.83, and Smothers a 7.0. Caution in two, caution in two. Charles picking up a little speed there, down to an 8.2 now. It's Smothers showing the way on a 34-lap run here. New TQ pace. That orange and blue coming off turn 2. Like he is hooked up. Helps Mr. Coleman out of the way. That could be Amazon.com tires, we're not sure. Thinking somewhere between a pin and a bar tire. Probably the hot ticket right now. All right, just past halfway. Smothers still rocking a 34-lap run. Richenberg, Coleman, Wags, and West. Your battle right now between Coleman and Wags, 1 second apart. They are nose to tail down the back straightaway. Coleman going wide, Wags going underneath them. Both of them sideways off turn 4. Doing a little switcheroo here from end to end, and Anthony trying to get by both of them. Says bye, bye, bye. Coleman getting lucky there. Oh, sideways. Ooh, Richenberg sneaking underneath him. Sideways. Oh, that's looking great. Up next, novice start heading this way. That's going to be Liam, Chris, and Ava. Chris, it's okay. Liam's right over there with you, so you guys have time to get your transponders here in a few moments. $30. Smothers down to a 33-lap run, 4 flat. It's about 4 seconds up on the original TQ in the first round by Kyle Richenberg. Kyle is back a lap at the line. Wags dropping a 7-1 now in third place. And here comes Wags across line. He's back a lap in third. Coleman back a lap and change in fourth. Charles struggling out there. And that is time. Drivers keep going. Smothers is done. Richenberg's done. Everybody's done. Shut it down. Anthony Smothers, that's a new TQ. 33.4 flat. Fast lap of a 6.77 on lap 10. Richenberg with 32 laps, not improving his time, but had a 6.8. He's going to fall to second spot overall. Wags with 31, going to improve his time, but stay fourth. Coleman with 29 laps, going to revert to his first qualifier for that third place overall. Charles with 25, going to stay fifth. So Smothers and Wags improving their time that round. All right, novice, let's get them down and checked in. Once again, let's get him checked in, Miss Ava. All right, she's good. Mr. Chris, when you get out there, check it in for me. We get 3 marshals out there. Need somebody down with Wags to help him out. All right, all my drivers are checked in. Roll them off. You got 90 seconds to get it figured out. Miss Ava showing no mercy in warm-ups here. All right, 5 guys in that last race. Bum, 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 bum. Who's in the infield? Look, good thing she's upside down. All right, looks like we got 2 down there, 2 down here. We should be all right with that, as long as our novice drivers don't put it in the drink again. All right, drivers, let's get them in order. It's going to be Liam, Ava, and Chris. Once again, you start in the way you finished first round. So right now we have a great battle between Liam and Ava. Mr. Chris getting a new set of tires for the rear of this thing, hopefully a little better. See how it goes this time. Here we go. Gotta roll into it nice and easy. These definitely not our usual conditions here. Track's had a lot of moisture in it. Mr. Liam testing out the walls here, getting her sideways in turn 1. That's all right, we'll go over the reverse policy later on. This is novice, we let a little bit slide here. It's Ava showing the way, followed by Liam, back a lap and change. Now Chris taking over that second spot, Liam back to third by 8 seconds. Ava and Chris ahead of the first round TQ of 24.403. Ava on a 27 lap run now. That blue Losi sprint car. Fast lap of an 8.43 on lap 8, about 2 laps to go. Chris has a 9.4, Liam with an 8.5. Chris rocking the new red Renault ride. Although we definitely got to work on our tire program a little bit. Definitely works good on the indoor track. We got a little tuning for the outdoor track we got to do. Great way to try out things. $140 to go, just past halfway. We are blowing the track off after this race. So Trax has modified. You'll have to clean track this next run. Go low into 3, low into 3. And we're clear. All right, Ava down to a 7.93 about 4 laps ago. 27 lap pace here, knocking on a 28. There it is, 28.408 for Ava. That is time, drivers. Keep going, keep going. Ava's done. Keep going. Liam is done. Chris, keep going. Everybody else is done but Chris. He's got to finish out here. Marshall's look alive. Blue car still live. There he is. All right. Ava Dreamer. One day I'll get it right. 27.4 flat. That's a new TQ. Liam Tyree with 24 laps. Not improving his time. Going to fall to second overall. And Mr. Chris, 24 laps. That's going to improve his time, but he's going to stay third for the main. All right, we're going to pause for the cause here and blow the track off. All right, boys and girls, need a check-in from David Coleman. Marshals are our novice drivers. Ava's out there. Mr. Chris is headed out there. Liam's headed out there. We need one in the south end here to help us out. And it looks like Ponder's out there. All right, drivers, let's get them facing the right direction and bring them up to speed. You got 150 to get it sorted out. All right, boys and girls, sounds like everybody's ready to rock and roll. The order is Deacon, Charles, Mike, and David. Oh, that's some high quality H2O right there. Please remember, since I haven't mentioned it all day today, stay hydrated, guys. This guy, it's not done the best job of that at the moment. Once again, Deacon, Charles, Mike, and David. All right, transponders looking great, gentlemen. 4 minutes on that clock, that TQ, 31 laps. Let's see what they can do. The other three have a 29 lap run, the first round. All right, all right, all right. So far, after 3 laps, top 3. I'll make that top 2 now ahead of the current TQ of 31. Oh, they're getting tangled up. Coleman and West. They're battling out for that 3rd spot right now. They are 3 seconds apart. Deacon and Mike out front, separated by 1 second between them. Oh yeah, guys, if you're missing one of your little chassis weights, I found one on the track. I just didn't pick it up. So far, that's a fan and a chassis weight. All right, Deacon out front, new TQ pace here. 33 lap run going, picking up 2 laps. Fast lap of a 7:18. Reigns on a 31. Back 5.3. Coleman back 2.2 in 3rd. And Charles back 4.8 in 4th. So Coleman with a 7.23. Reigns and West both with 7.6s. You heard it there, 2 down, 2 to go. Right now, all three, well, your top three improving their times. Mr. West has got to find a little bit here. He's about 3-4 seconds off his first round run. Oh, bouncing off the pipe a little bit. Oh, we got mayhem in turn 3 and 4. Ava out there beating the old man. Hey, did you guys color coordinate? You're both wearing light blue tops and dark blue pants. Oh, man. I was talking about our marshals out here. But yeah, Daryl and David both looking like they saw the same. Oh, caution and 2, go high through 2. Keep Mr. Liam safe down there, guys. He's out there in the wet stuff for you. Deacon still rocking a 32 lap pace. That is new TQ by not much here right now. Reigns back a lap and change, make that 2 laps and change. Charles up to third, back 2.5 and third now. Coleman dropping to fourth. Had 2 or 3 bad laps here. Pretty sure he's gonna be tuning on that thing all week. 15 seconds. Losi Sprints, you're up next. That's gonna be Scott, Brian, Charles. That is time, drivers. Keep going. Reigns and West are done. Deacon's done. Looking for Coleman. Here he comes off turn 4. And shut it down. Wow, it's almost a repeat of the first round. But Deacon going to set a new TQ, 32.402, and the fast lap of a 7.16. Reigns with 29 and 4 flat. West 401. Coleman 405. Everybody improved their time that time. But second through fourth, all with 29 laps. Same as first round. All right. Looking for Losi Sprints. Let's get him down and checked in. All right, Chris is out there. We are going to need a couple of volunteers for this one. Deacon's going to be out there. Charles is in this race. Coleman will be out there. And Liam and Pops are going to be out there. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, you guys can rock, paper, scissors for that final spot out there. All right, drivers, roll it off. You got 80 seconds to turn and burn. Looks like Deacon's getting sent to turn 1 and 2. All right, Mr. Schilling, is there a chance I can get you to sit in the chair over there? You're blocking my line of sight. I need one of my guys from the last race down to help out Mr. Chris at the far end of the track. Oh, now Deacon's out there. He's just chatting. All right, gentlemen, the order is Quintel, Hopkins, West. Let's get them in order. Quintel's ready to rock and roll. Quintel's running this. He didn't charge his battery up from the first round. He's going to run this, see if he can't, how far it's going to be for him. Oh, watch out. Hopkins, or one of them almost put it in the drink. That was Hopkins. All right, down to a 6.9 for your leader. Charles an 8.1, Hopkins a 7.9. Those are your fast laps so far. All right, Quintel's dialed her in here a bit. It's about 130 down. 2:30 to go. Tell picking up another new fast lap. Last time by 6.75. Hopkins having a long lap there. Not sure if he pulled it in or not. Oh, I did pop a bulk up. So the transponder's reading great here. So it's definitely not any sort of those issues on my end anyways. Background's definitely, background interference definitely come up a bit. You old folks know all about that with the AM radio. It's the same phenomenon. It's called ionosphere, I don't know. Something with the ionosphere. Quintel rocking a new TQ 34,405. Your leader in that red and blue. Oh, Charles getting sideways. Definitely a little more wrenching on the, cranking down on the springs tonight. Tighten that car up a bit. Taking some of the steering out of it. These guys definitely all have some good turn in. They were chasing the back end. And Charles going for the e-ticket ride through turn 3 infield. Somehow back onto the surface. Short course late model, you're up next. Start heading this way with 30 seconds to go. Coleman, Ponder, West, Schilling, and Richenberg. Ten seconds, guys. That is time. Race it out. Brian's done. Quintel's done. Charles may be having issues with his transponder now. And I got him that time. All right, shut it down. Scott Quintel, new TQ, 34,404. Charles with 24. After having a couple missed laps there, possibly, or a bunch of kerfuffles, but it definitely missed that second to last lap. Hopkins with 23. Only Mr. Quintel improving his time there, and that's a new TQ. And he did it without charging his battery back up from the first round. So he'll have to do the math, figure out where he's at, and how much he's got to pedal it for next week's. That's what I figured. He cried about making 100, so I helped you guys out. All right, all right, all right. Looking for a short course late model. All right, once again, we will need a volunteer to help us out here. Quintel will be out there. Hopkins will be out there. Mr. West is in this race, so we'll need one more. So make that 2 volunteers. Like Mr. Liam's out there. He's earning that RC karma. That's very important. Get out there and volunteer as much as you can. It goes a long ways when you get problems yourself. Sometimes you get a little help from a lot of other people out there. All right, Quintel's going to jump in the infield. We're going to turn these guys loose. 90 seconds to turn and burn, gentlemen. Oh, yeah, go around. Caution to 1, guys. Go high into 1, high into 1. Keep it high into 1. And we're clear. All right, looks like everybody's happy with what they have. The order is Ponder, Richenberg, Coleman, Schilling, and West. Richenberg, are you moving transponders back and forth between cars? It's definitely hitting low right now. Should be good for this race, just FYI. Here we go. Everybody between 130 and 160. Richenberg down to 103. We'll be good for this round at the moment. All right, we're shaking and baking out there. He's made the right adjustments, driving smarter, all the good things. Oh, Schilling getting elbows out, takes Coleman. Somebody might be in timeout. We'll have to keep an eye on that Schilling guy. Caution for, and we're clear. All right, one into it. It's Ponder. Rocking a 34-lap run here. Richenberg 33, now a 34, both ahead of the current TQ. Schilling back 1.8 in third. Coleman behind him by 3.6. And Charles trying to run him down. And it looks like Charles back a lap at the line there. He's running like 4 classes here. It's tough to keep 2 cars going, let alone 4. Oh, Ponder and the Renner Ride body getting tangled up here. Was Richenberg at the line? Now it's Ponder. Schilling to now Richenberg taking it back. Schilling back 3.7. Your top 2 separated by 0.6. That's Ponder and Richenberg. They're both running the 26 out there. Ponder in the black and green, and Richenberg in the orange. That's a Ponder Renner body. Schilling in the orange and blue. Coleman back less than a tenth here on the clock. Oh, Ponder getting tangled up with Schilling. That's probably going to put Richenberg to the lead. $120 to go. Up next will be 12 turn. We are blowing the track off for these guys. They got the raw deal last round, so they're getting the clean track as well this time. And then the mains will probably blow it off every 2 races. We'll see how it shapes up. Charles dropping a 7.4 new fast lap. Schilling 6.83, Coleman 6.90, Ponder 6.75, and the fast lap going to Richenberg 6.70. $40 seconds. Richenberg rocking away here, 34.406. Oh, we got Mayhem off of 4. Caution on front straight. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. That is time, drivers. Sorry, no bell on that one. Coleman is done. Looking for everybody else. And shut it down. Richenberg going to take that one, 34.405. That's a new TQ. Ponder 33, not proven. Coleman 32, not proven. They're going to start second and third respectively. Schilling with 31, going to start fourth, improving his time a little bit. And Charles with 29, and improving his time, but going to stay fifth. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to pause for the cause here and blow the track off one last time for round 2. All right, all right, all right. We're going to restart that clock here. Looking for our 12 turns to get them checked down and checked in. That's going to be Deacon, Mike, and Daryl. Marshalls, once again, will be our short course late model guys. Richenberg, Ponder, Coleman, Schilling, and West. This is our last qualifier of the night. It is just, looks like we're going to finish just after 9:30. So mains will probably start about 9:55. All right, Mr. Charles is out there. Thank you, sir. He's running like 4 classes, and he's marshaling most of them. What do you see, Mike Raines? Hi, Mr. Daryl. Somebody's be joining Schilling in timeout. All these hot laps. Marsha. I need my marshals to start heading out here. And they're all running back trying to get their batteries on charge. Hey, you want to get out there, man. There's not turning away guys that want to volunteer. The only time we do that is we have a super important competitive race going on, or we have somebody mismatched with the weight of the cars out there. All right, drivers, roll them off. You got 70 seconds to turn and burn. Now we had a field of like 8 short course late models out there. We make sure we have the ones who can be able to take a hit. Those boys get rowdy. Somebody beat on Mike's door, tell him he's up. He's in there eating pizza or something, I know it. Brian's like, forget this, I'm just throwing the car down. Oh, wow. Oh. Sound a little snug. We'll see how she goes. All right, Charles got the whole end. He's got this. You guys shouldn't be wrecking down there anyways. His bank turned. All right, the order is Deacon, Mike, and Daryl. Roll them off, gentlemen. Transponders looking great for these guys. Here we go. Bum, 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 bum. All right, Raines out front. Gets here late. And these boys definitely having a challenge tonight. Radar looking clear right now, so hopefully it'll be all good for the mains. Humidity's definitely stayed up there, and it's increasing. Still got to stay off the pipe and turn 1 and 2. Definitely don't want me walking down there if you can help it. At the line, it's Raines by 1.5 over Quanstrom. Traver back up about a lap right now with a new fast lap of a 7.78. Raines got a 7.0. Deacon with a 7.02. Deacon rocking the head and the body there. He's got the helmet. Unfortunately for him, you forgot Mudbosser in the center. He's got that thing hanging on the left side. I don't blame him. At least he did on the last round. Reigns rocking a 32.405. That's going to improve his second place time. He's got to find a whole lap here right now. Quanstrom on a 30-lap run. Not going to improve his time at the moment. Daryl rocking a 29-lap run here. That's going to bump him up a bit. Still going to stay third. Once again, Maine should be starting 9:55. Maine should be starting 9:55. Track will be open between the end of this race and then probably about 9:50 more like it for the track. We have a few minutes to blow it off. Oh, we got mayhem in turn 4. Daryl getting a nice long lap out of that one, unfortunately. Daryl dropping a 7.75. $30 to go. Once again, going to be just about a 20-minute break here. Maine's at 9:55. Daryl stepping up a notch to a 7.4 now. That is time. Race it out. Deacon is done. New fast lap of a 6.86. And I don't know if he stuffed Mike or Mike stuffed himself. Looking for Mike and Daryl to finish here. Uh-oh. Somebody go in the infield? Mike is done. Daryl's going to finish out. I didn't quite see that. Prepping things for later. And shut it down. Mike Reigns, 31.416. Unfortunately, that last lap, not going to improve his time. Deacon going to stay TQ. Unfortunately, with 30 laps there, so he's going to fall back to his first round run. And Daryl with 28, going to improve his time, but stay third. All right, boys and girls, track is open for practice. As soon as I get the main set up here, I will have the practice going on the computer, and we'll have them posted. Once again, main start at 9:55, 20-minute break. Once again, race order will be the same order. All right, boys and girls, track is officially closed. Your 5-minute call up for race 1 of the mains, Ocala Bomber. 5-minute call up. All right, Ocala Bomber drivers, your 2-minute call up. Marshall, start heading this way. Be 12-turn Mud Boss plus some volunteers. All right, Marshals, need you out here. Deacon, Mike, Daryl, a couple volunteers. Ocala Bomber, let's get him down and checked in. Anthony Smothers, Kyle Richenberg, David Coleman, Jason Wagner. Mr. Charles West is going to sit this one out. All right, all right, all right. All right, we got 2 in the outfield. We need 2 in the infield. And just a reminder, mostly for our novice drivers tonight, at the end of all this stuff, we still got podium pictures to take right here just outside my door. Once again, we're going to need 2 more marshals out here to help us out. Don't make the new guys do it all night. They've been volunteering all night. Some of our experienced guys out there. Mr. Hopkins going to go out there. Need 1 more down here at the south end. In the meantime, drivers, roll them off. You got 80 seconds to turn and burn. Once again, we are going to blow the track off every 2 races. So 3 times this round. Well, 2 more times this round anyways. Do my math right here. Gonna need 1 volunteer in the infield of turn 3 and 4. Other than that, we are good to go. My driver's got 30 more seconds to figure it out, make any adjustments. If you're watching online, jump in the chat, pick your winner. Only 4 in this one. Mr. Charles sitting this one out. So pick your winner. And Mr. Anthony already put in the infield, getting that out of the way. Once again, need 1 volunteer to help us out with that. Do what? You got like 30 seconds. Thank you. Mr. Deacon's going to go there, and I guess Mr. Chris is going to the far end. That'll work for me. Bum, bum, bum. Now he's got all the weight on the front. You know, Mr. Anthony is super marshal, so he gets a little extra leeway here. That's how it works. Just a little bit. Now, if we had like 5 more classes, that wouldn't be happening. Just too much going on. So while we're waiting there, we're going to check out our racers watching online. Once again, if you're online, jump in the chat, pick your winner. Throw it in the chat there. We're going to see who's made the right adjustments. There it is. Wags is getting that one out of the way. He's going to send that message. It's Maine's time, and Durherter getting her dialed in. All right, boys and girls, Mr. Anthony's wrapping it up here. He's switching tires out. All right, we got a vote for Coleman. Mr. Andy Williams tuning in, just saying good luck. Right now I got 1 vote for Coleman on this one. I know he swapped the body out. Back to the Mustang now. Once again, need 1 volunteer to help us out. Oh, that's right, Mr. Bryan's down there doing it. I forgot. All right, we are 4 minutes late here. I'm not blaming anybody just yet. There he comes. You ain't switching them back now. They better work. All right, rolled off Mr. Smothers, followed by Kyle Richenberg, David Coleman, Jason Wagner. One more time, gentlemen, 1 more time. Transponder's looking good. Here we go. Oh, no. Mr. Richenberg on the list. We know Anthony's fast. See if he can't reel it in here. It's Richenberg. Wags back 1.6 now. Smullers in third by 2.2. Coleman back another 3.6. Like Wags reeling them in here. Just about matching times there. 6.9 for Kyle. Jason with 7.0. Smullers got a 7.0. Coleman with a 7.3. Wags dropping a 6.9 now. Richenberg with a 6.8. And it looks like Smullers going to put Coleman a lap down now. Couple matching 6.8s here for Kyle and Jason. Down the front straightaway go that white Camaro, your leader. Blue in second. Back 4.2 now. No new fast lap for Wags, a 6.78. Back with a 6.9 there. Coleman with a 7.2 now. Halfway, drivers. Caution in 2. Rocking a 35 lap run here for your leader, Kyle. Wags back a lap at the line here. Anthony trying to run him down. Anthony is back. 4.7. Coleman back a lap. Up next, Novice. Start heading this way. That's going to be Ava, Liam, and Chris. I know Chris is marshalling. And we'll have 3 minutes between these races. Caution in 1. Caution in 1. We got mayhem. Poor Brian. Oh no, Kyle having an issue. Brian taking a look at it real quick. Not looking good. Something with left rear. 14 seconds to go. Like he popped the ball cup off. Brian trying to get the drive back in there. 5 seconds. Unfortunate. That is time. Smullers is done. Looking for everybody else to finish all out and shut it down. Wag's going to take that one. 32.406. Smullers with 31. Coleman with 31. And unfortunate Richenberg popping something off of the rear end there. He's going to finish off the podium in this one. All right, boys, girls, our new guys here need a body clip. They've been volunteering for you all night. Anybody got a body clip for the new guys? Mr. Liam. I am unfortunately all out in here. That's fine. Ava's checked in. Chris, checking in for me if you're out there. Looks like we've got one for Mr. Liam. Liam, checking in for me, sir. Checking in for me, Liam. Thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Chris, checking in for me one more time. And let's get our marshals out here from that last race. All right, looking for Wags, Smothers, Coleman, Richardberg, and West. Get 4 out there. And give these drivers some hot laps here. Thank you, gentlemen. Oh, whoa, whoa, slow down. The red light is still on. I'm trying to get marshals out there for you guys to help keep your car in one piece. All right, we got 3 of the 4. Roll it off. Got 55 seconds on the clock. One man alone. All right. Like Mr. Wags has got it all by himself down at the far end. Drivers want to keep it out of that puddle. All right, your top qualifier, 27 laps, 4 flat. Miss Ava Thrimer going to lead us off, followed by Liam Tyree and Chris Eads. Roll it off, Ava. Double check the transponder strength here. Oh, it's excellent. All right, 4 minutes on that clock, drivers. Here we go. And we're off and running. And a good save from Chris there. And I spoke too soon. Gave him, got to roll into the throttle. Definitely a little tricky out there with the low C tonight. He's doing great with it though. Much better than I expected. You know, it's not an easy car to drive with the wrong tires, you know. I don't say wrong tires. The better options. We're looking for some right now. Honestly, he's doing great. All right, all right, all right. Just about a minute into this one. Ava showing the way in that low C sprint. Pulling up the on Liam here, and she's going to go underneath him. Oh, Liam, throttle happy. Pushing a little bit. Ava trying to find a way by here. Oh, no. Liam and Chris get tangled up. All right, you guys are all on the podium tonight. Just the order. All right, after this race, we are going to blow it off one more time here for our Traxxas Modifieds coming up next. And we're blowing off every 2 races. Caution on front straight. Oh, man. Poor Chris taking one in the rear hub. And it's still running. Chris trying to hold a line here, letting Ava find her way around him. 90 seconds left. Rocking a 30-lap pace for Ava. Liam on a 26, Chris on a 22. Oh, Liam going deep into 4. Got to slow down earlier, keep the car down a little lower than that. Definitely start handling better when you're in the racing line. Got to be patient. "20 seconds. Once again, we are blowing the track off after this race. That is time, drivers. Race it to the line. Liam is done. Ava is done. Here comes Chris. And shut it down. Ava Thrimer taking this one. 30 and 404. Liam with 26. Chris with 23. You guys and girls did what you needed to do. You needed to finish in one piece tonight. And out of the drink. So you guys did great. All right, we're going to pause for the cause here and blow the track off. All right, boys and girls, let's get our marshals out there. Mr. Chris, I need that transponder back first. Mr. Chris, need that transponder back first. Get on that charger. All right, let's get him down and checked in. Deacon, Mike, Charles, and Coleman. Marshals, start heading out there. Otherwise, should be Ava, Liam, and Chris when he's done with me, and a volunteer if we can get it. All right, boys and girls, let's turn them loose. All right, looks like, oh, no, maybe not. They're still working on one. I didn't see that one out there. All right, drivers, you're not going to take your high laps. Please pull it off in the high up in the corner so everybody else has a clear line of sight to their car and the track, and you're not getting run over. All right, looks like they're ready to rock and roll. Your top qualifier, 32 laps, 402. Mr. Deacon Quanstrom going to lead us off. Lineup second is going to be Mike Raines, third, Charles West, and round out the field, first time out with this one, David Coleman. No more quarter pounds. All right, transponder's looking great here. 4 minutes on the clock. Marshals look alive. Here we go. All right, top three down to a 7-1. Charles got to find something out there. Caution in 3 and 4, and it's clear. All right, Deacon on a 34-lap run here. Raines back 1.9 at the line. Coleman 0.8. Now up to 1.8. Top three separated by 3.7. Charles back about a lap in fourth right now. He's out there trying to get some laps of this, get this thing dialed in for, I'm assuming, next week. Caution in 2, caution in 2. we are clear, and that was Reigns. Now Coleman going to take over second by 1.7 over Reigns. Just about halfway, drivers.
Left.
$120 to go. Losi Sprints, you're up next. Battles for second between Coleman and Reigns. Down the back straightaway come. Oh, Coleman getting sideways off of 2. So does Reigns. Deacon messing with these guys right now. He's trying to lap them. Oh, Coleman going high in 3 and 4. Reigns all over the tail of him here. Reigns going deep into 2. And looks like Deacon's got this thing dialed in pretty good right now. Throws it down the inside. Hip checks Coleman a little bit here. Says, I'm taking that chicken dinner next week. Top 3 all with 7-1s right now. West with a 7.58. 25 seconds to go. Let's see here. Coleman and Reigns with, oh, Reigns had a bad lap on that one. Lost an entire second there. Thought he was picking up about a second at the moment, but 5 seconds to go though. That is time when you cross the line. This time you are done. Deacon Quanstrom going to take the win. 34 laps, 4:03. Coleman is done in second with 33. Reigns is done in third. Looking for Charles. There he is, and shut it down. Reigns with 33 as well. Back 2.6, and Charles with 29. That one started to get heated up towards the end. All right, Losi Sprints, let's get them down and checked in. All right, let's get our marshals out there. Got Deacon out there. Anthony's hanging out. Where's Coleman at? Need him down the far end. And Charles is in this race, so Coleman is one man alone. All right, drivers, roll them off. Got 45 seconds. All right, looks like our drivers are ready to rock and roll. Your top qualifier, 34 laps, 4:04. Round 2, he did it with a half-dead battery. Mr. Scott Quintel is going to lead us off, followed by Brian Hopkins in second and Charles West in third. Transponder's looking great. 4 minutes on the clock, drivers. Let's see what you got. Here we go. Whoa, Charles going way wide. Quintel, had her dialed in there and went in too hot in turn 1. Now Brian to the lead. Hopkins showing the way now. And looks like Quintel got past him. Back to lead now by half a second. New fast lap for Quintel, a 6.83 last time by. Hopkins has a 7.0, Charles a 7.6. Oh, somebody almost in the drink there. That was Hopkins. Oh, it's Charles? Okay. The only difference between their car is like the number on the side of the wing, and I guess he only has it on the one side. At least from here, that's all I can see, so. I know new fast lap from Quintel down to a 6.83. Hopkins and Charles, 7.0, 7.0 now for Charles last time by. Up next, short course late model. We are going to be blowing the track off for that. They're doing it every 2 races for the mains. Now a 6.77 for Quintel. He's trying for those fast laps. .665. Somebody tell Reigns his blinker is on. Huh. Reigns, your blinker's on. You can tell he's lived in Florida all his life. He's got that left turn signal on half the time. Rocking a 34 lap run here. Scott Quintel on his way to potential victory. Fast lap of a 6.65. Charles dropping a 6.93 out of nowhere. Caution in 2. Somebody spinning out there. I think it was Brian. And looks like Charles back a lap and change from behind Brian, and Brian's back a couple laps from Scott. This one's all said and done here. That is time. Quintel is done, West is done, and Hopkins is done. Scott Quintel, 34 laps, 4 flat, taking that one. Hopkins, 31.405. Charles with 29 and 402. All right, boys and girls, looks like Mr. Kyle's out there with his blower. We're going to pause for the cause. All right, thank you, Mr. Kyle. And timer's back up and running. 250 on this one. Short course late model. Let's get him down and checked in. Gonna need a couple volunteers for this one. We're gonna have Quintel and Hopkins out there, but we need 2 more to help cover the field. All right, we got the Tyrees out there. Hopkins down here. Mothers is out here. All right, drivers, roll them off. You got 2 minutes to turn and burn. We can get Quintel out in the middle of the infield to help him out down there. That'd be great. Hey, you guys gotta stop hugging out there so much, okay? Making some of these other guys jealous. Infield, Quintel, in the middle, please. You're gonna cover the straightaways. All right, boys and girls, last call for any adjustments. Last call for any adjustments. All right, if you're watching online, jump in the chat, pick your winner. Everybody's in this race. Let's see, right now, Richenberg, your TQ with 34 laps, 405. Ponder and Coleman with 33. Schilling with 31. Charles with 29. Well, let's roll off, gentlemen. We're going to do one more time around here. Transponder's looking good, gentlemen. 4 minutes on that clock. Here we go. Three-way battle for the lead here, and Schilling not far behind either. Oh, Ponder trying to sneak inside and found the pipe. Coleman and Richenberg battling out here. Clean it up, gentlemen. And a good save from Charles there. Caution in three, and we're clear. Right now, Coleman, Richenberg back 7/10. Coleman in that fluorescent green, rocking the checkerboard front hood. Richenberg in the orange. They're running 1, 2 through 3 and 4. Ponder and Schilling battling out here for third. They are half a second apart. And Schilling waiting for Richenberg here. Coleman stretching out the lead here a little bit now by 5.3 over Richenberg. Ponder back 2.3 with a new fast lap for Ponder. 6-7. Caution in 4, and we're clear. Your closest battle between Richenberg and Ponder. 2.9. Everybody else spread out by a lap. Oh, West having a problem with the front of that body. Yeah, turning up the hill there. I think it might be something else wrong with it too, but he's gonna get that thing out of the way. Looks like something's locking up in the front end. It's Coleman showing the way here by 4.8. Finder leader coming off turn 2 in that fluorescent green. Rocking a 36 lap run here. First lap is free, so once it starts hopping, you know, stopping that. Hopefully get that sorted out for next week. 50 seconds to go. Oh, looks like he lost. Holy cow, the whole bumper's off that thing. It's Coleman, Richenberg, Ponder back 4.6, Schilling back a couple laps here in 4th. Like Coleman's going to try to put Richenberg a lap down here with 15 seconds to go. I don't think there's going to be enough time. Mud Boss 12 turn, final race of the night. You're up in just over 3 minutes here. David Coleman's taking the victory here, 36.4 flat. Kyle Richenberg going to take second, back 6.4 seconds, also 36 laps, 4:07. Ponder with 35 in third, and Schilling with 31 in fourth. Unfortunately, Mr. Charles out after 16, having some front body mount issues. All right, final race of the night. You boys and girls haven't been following up on any of that weather. Hate to be the bearer of slightly bad news. But there is something on the radar off to the west, but it looks like it's dissipated now, so got that going for us, which is nice. It looks like that overnight rain might be coming yet later. They're good for now, though. All right. We've got marshals out there. Thank you, marshals. Roll them off, drivers. You got 2:05 to turn and burn. All right, boys and girls. Your top qualifier for Mud Boss 12 turn, Deacon Quanstrom, 33 laps, 4:06, going to lead us off, followed by Mike Rains, Daryl Traver. Marshals look alive. Here we go. Final race of the night. Podium pictures after all this is over. Mike trying to put the pressure on Deacon already. Mike trying to highline here. Deacon down low. Oh, he gets sideways. Gets down in the damp stuff. It dried up down there a bit, but that humidity started settling down and making it slick. And our purple car mafia almost getting tangled up there. Deacon gonna go back to second now from the tail of the field, back half a lap. Or 3.8 seconds at the line. Deacon dropping a 6.86. Mike's got a 6.96. Daryl's got a 7.75 fast lap. Oh, Deacon getting it all wrong in turn 4. He's still got time, though. Only 1 minute down, 3 to go. All right, boys and girls, looks like Mr. Anthony's kitchen pass ran out. He had to take off. Can't make the podium tonight. Halfway. Quanstrom, another new fast lap, 6.83. Back 7.1 at the line here. Maybe a brake check on Rains will help slow him down for a moment. Good battle here. Oh, we got a kerfuffle, and Deacon getting the raw end of that one. Daryl doesn't want to have to choose between friends because I think he rode with Deacon on the way over here, so. Oh, Quanstrom trying to hang it out through 4, almost paid the price. Back 5.6 of the line with 105 to go. Daryl with a 7-1, new fast lap for him.
1 minute.
And looks like Deacon not going to pick up anything that lap. What he's got here, he's going to find a little bit there, a couple tenths there, 4.6 at the line. Question is Rain sweating to make sure he's going to finish this one or not? That's a new radio. The other radio we had gave him problems. Cost him, whether it's a victory or not, but it was rough. 6.81, new fast lap for Deacon with just over 10 seconds to go. Final lap here for Mike Rains. Deacon is done, caught at the line by .094. Mike Rains taking the victory and shut it down. Rains taking that one 34.404, Deacon with 33.4 flat, and Daryl with 31.407. All right, boys and girls, we're going to start the podium ceremonies here in just a moment. But first, I got to thank some of our sponsors to help make some of this possible this past couple months. So if you're in the need of some aquatic supplies for fish tanks and all that stuff that goes with it, see Mr. Josh at the Aquatic Source on State Road 200. He's taking time out of his business to help us out, so we're doing a little advertising for him. If you need your lawn mowed in, I believe, the Citrus County area, see Mr. Aaron at Ron's Lawns. And if you need some home improvement work or possible landscaping, whatnot, see Mr. Kyle down in the Villages area at Kyle's Home Solutions. Big thanks to those guys supporting us, and we're trying to support them. And in the meantime, if you're watching online, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. And we will see you here next week sometime. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you then.